Today's video tutorial is about actually going into the lab and preparing to test your students, an actual testing session. So before you leave to go to the lab, you should make sure that you read the test directions to your students in your classroom before leaving to go to the computer lab. Once you arrive at the computer lab, the students take their seats at a station while you take your seat at the proctor station at the front of the lab. So at that point, you're going to go ahead and log on to the web browser, either Google Chrome or Internet Explorer, whichever you prefer. The Eisenhower web page should pop up. Once it does, you'll go to For Staff, and then in the first symbol, you are going to click on the NWEA map button. From there, you're going to log in as you. And then once you get in, you're going to go to Manage Test Sessions. And then you're going to find the Saved Testing Sessions button at the bottom of the screen. At that point, your name should pop up in the Created By, and Spring 2014-2015 should pop up. So the sessions that you created should be here. I created a fake session called 04S Read Practice, and I used Kim Colpett's Kids for this particular session. If I were ready to test, I would make sure that I've clicked inside the bubble, and I would say Test Now. Once I click on Test Now, you will notice at the top you have a session password alongside the session name. This is what you need to write on the whiteboard in the front of the room. Go ahead and write the name of the session and then write the session password. Your students should have typed in the session name. Maybe while you were setting up the session, they could be typing in the session name, and then you would give them the session password. Once they've clicked on the session password, they're going to go ahead and click on Enter. Once they've typed that in, they're going to click on Enter, and then they're going to go ahead. The test has already been assigned to them, so that should pop up already. And then they need to go ahead and click on their name. If they go ahead and type their last name into their student screen, it will go a lot quicker. So even if they type the first 3 letters of their last name, it will then automatically jump to their last name, and they can click on it and then click Confirm, and then they'll get a screen that says, is this you? Are you sure you're taking this test? That's when they click on Yes, and then they wait for you. Once they've done all that, you need to hit Refresh, which is right here. The Refresh Status button is here, or F5 also works. And then you'll start to see this number up here begin to change. You might see 5, you might see 7, you might see 9, but you'll continually hit Refresh Status as your students get in and click on Yes, that's them, and they confirm. Once you've confirmed everyone, then the testing begins. And you should be able to see then, notice here where it says status, you should be able to see what question they are on as they're testing in this column. Okay? Once they are finished, or your session is finished, then you're going to go up here to select status, and you want to select all of those that are still testing. And you're going to click on testing, and then at that, you're going to click on the action that you want to do. Once you have all of those selected that are still testing, you want to go to Action, and that's when you are going to suspend the test. Once you have suspended for all of those still testing, then you're going to say End Testing Session. So make sure that you don't forget to click on End Testing Session, and then most importantly, don't forget to log out. So that is when you are ready to test. Just remember some important buttons on here are Refresh Status. Also, if somebody doesn't appear on the screen, you can always add that student, so don't panic. You can just click on Add More Students. You could do that after you've confirmed all the ones that are sitting in front of you and are ready to go, and then afterwards go ahead and add that student to your session. So never panic. You cannot break it. Don't worry. If something has drastically gone wrong and you don't feel comfortable, then please come get a proctor, Sheila, Andy, Jen, or myself. Okay? And then also you have your notes that you can refer to. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say End Testing Session, and I'm going to say Yes, Save and Exit, and then I'm going to say Log Out. Okay? All right, best of luck to you.